Hey everybody, so today I am going to be telling you about the characters that just left the show. I have been informed from Eddie Smokeson and I am about to show you. So the first character that we have is Amy. She left the show because Eddie Smokeson said she wasn't really that funny, so that's why he kicked her. And then over here we have Sean, another character that just left the show because Eddie Smokeson said he wasn't really that funny. Here we have Andy, one of my favorite characters, but the reason why he left the show was because Eddie Smokin said he couldn't do the voice anymore. And it was making his throat sore, so that's the reason he left. Along with the principal, which also left the show because Eddie Smokeson said he wasn't really needed in the show anymore. Along with Jimmy. The reason why he left the show was because Eddie Smokeson said there's two other characters that have the same voice. And then I'm sure we all remember the preacher of the church, Jonathan's preacher. The reason why he left the show was because he couldn't think of anything else to do with this character, so he just left. And then I'm sure we all remember Bobby, another good character that just left the show. The reason why he left the show was because he didn't do much and he wasn't around. Over here we have Timmy, another character with the same voice that Jimmy had, and that's the reason why he left the show. And then we have Dean, another character that just left the show. The reason why he left the show was because Eddie Smokeson couldn't think of what to do with this character, so he left. And here we have Jody. The reason why he left the show was because he looked a lot like Joey, and that's the reason why Eddie Smokeson kicked him out of the show. And here we have John, another character that got kicked out of the show because he really wasn't around that much to act. And then we have Morgan, another character that left the show that I absolutely loved, but, well, I guess he couldn't really find the effect for this character, so that's why he left the show. And this might come as a shock to all of you watching this video. The new teacher left the show because Eddie Smokeson couldn't really think of anything else to do with this character, so that's why he kicked this character out. Here we have Richard, a character that I forgot to introduce to that other show of the school children, but he just left the show because he wasn't really that interested. So yeah, we won't see. And then over here we have Officer Shane, another character that's actually brand new in the show. But he left the show. I kinda liked him. Kinda sounded like Rick from The Walking Dead when he said royal voice. And then we have the house thief, one of the criminals. In fact, all of these criminals are gone and will not be coming back anytime soon because they were all just come and go characters because they in prison now. So along with this criminal's partner, the masked one. I don't know who he is, but he's the masked character. He's not coming back along with his partner. And then we have Jonathan's one friend. I didn't even catch his name, though. I didn't even know his name, and he's just gone. He's out of the show. Along with Jonathan's other friend, Luke. At least we knew his name. He was actually a okay character. And over here we have Officer Morty, which was actually a criminal at first, but then I guess he changed his heart. As you can see in this image over here, that's Officer Morty when he was still a bad guy. Then over here we have Michael Z, a really dumb criminal. He also just disappeared. But most of the criminals in this show just disappear. Then over here we have the waiter, the weirdest waiter on earth. He just disappeared. Along with this waiter over here, weird waiter. Alright, so let me just show off all the criminals, which is this guy over here, and this guy over here. This guy over here, he's a criminal. Another criminal over here, and another one over here, and all these characters just disappeared. All these criminals. Even the cops. This cop disappeared. He disappeared. Officer Tom was a good cop. Same with Officer Gable. Actually, I don't know about him. Officer Stevens was alright, and This character was a real common-go character. Along with this character, we're not gonna see these characters ever again, just to inform you of that. And the last character of the show is the nurse. The one where Steve got a cramp and had to go to hospital. This episode was so funny. Yeah. Which once again brings us to the end of this video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Like, comment, follow, and yeah.